Night, good afternoon, wherever you may be in the world right now. We are back with more Not the Same action, and we are looking ahead to a very exciting run. We've got some Looney Tunes style action with SnapKick playing Taz Wanted coming up any second now. It's going to be a real fun one. We've currently got $890 sat in the donations pile, which is absolutely incredible, all going towards Extra Life Children's Miracle Network hospitals. Absolutely great cause. So if anybody can give whatever they can, or are able to, I should say, it's going to be a huge push if we can push for the last few hours of the marathon now, getting closer and closer to that $1,000 goal. But right now we're only $10 away from $900, which would be insane. If anybody can chip in, that would be incredible. But without any further ado, let's get straight into the run. Take it away, SnapKick.
Hey, Sacer, what's up? Welcome to the greatest speedrun game that you haven't heard of. You see, normally I would say most underrated speedrun game, but that would be Billy. This is not only the most underrated speedrun game, but it's the most underrated speedrun game you've never heard of. Taz Wanted, originally released in 2001 for the GameCube, like PS2, Xbox, and PC, which is what I'm playing on. Fun fact, came out today, 21 years ago. This game is now old enough to drink. I will be playing any percent, which is basic run through of the game. And before we start, a few fun facts. So for one, gotta change difficulty. We always play on advanced difficulty to make things a little bit faster. And a few fun notes. So for one, I'm playing on keyboard only. Take that as you will. It's 2002? Same thing, shut up. Take that as you will. It's mostly a preference thing on my part, but I might be a little twisted. Another fun fact, this game is stupidly advanced. This game as a speedrun is stupidly advanced. And it's mostly due to one person labbing, running, and glitch hunting the game. For like 8 years, I want to say, thanks to Cyclone FN for carrying this damn game. So throughout, I'm going to try to commentate best I can. I'm not the greatest runner of this game, far from it, so bear with me if you will, but naturally we start the game by choosing File 3. This is because File 3 is the fastest file to start with. And before I upset anyone, yes, there are other people who have developed this game a ton in the past couple years specifically, but 10. Yeah, there we go. I just have to give Cyclone a shout out because Cyclone's cool. And naturally, we choose Granny as our icon because that's correct. The game will start when I press end. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, start. And we're off. So a basic synopsis of the story: Taz is captured by Yosemite Sam, forced to be in a museum, not quite. Being put into a zoo to make money. That's basically it. In the meantime, Taz immediately breaks out, but sadly, Girl Taz, famous girlfriend of Taz, as we all know, you know your Looney Tunes lore, right? Was kidnapped by Yosemite Sam, so the rest of the game is trying to save Girl Taz, the beautiful, sexy version of Taz. So the way this works is there's 3 hub worlds and a final level, and each hub world has 3 levels. The goal is to break each sign, like that right there, and get to the end of the level. Taz relies mostly on spinning as a primary form of movement. It is way faster than just about anything else, and naturally you break everything you touch. Now the fun part, Taz is indestructible. Taz cannot die. There is no kill state necessarily in this game. There are a few fail states, but there's no kill state. So, to that end, everything in the speedrun except for bosses exist only to slow you down. There are a lot of little gag things in this game that exist only to slow you down. By the way, right there, we just took a bit of a drown warp to land right next to the sign. And here's a little, a decent show of momentum if I built up enough speed. There we go. So yeah, from a standstill, if you start spinning and you are not drifting, she-deviled, yeah, close enough. They didn't think out the character too hard, but my god, is she sexy. So yeah, if you come to a standstill and start spinning without drifting at all, much anyways, you start to build up speed, kind of like a spin dash in Sonic. And you can go very far, very fast, and very high. But here's one thing to note. This game is extremely frame rate dependent, which is part of why I'm playing on PC, and PC is generally considered to be the fastest version of this game. The speed at which Taz goes, I guess more like how much you can climb walls while spinning, is determined by frame rate. So a higher frame rate allows you to climb walls and really just schmoove a fair bit more. However, low frame rate, which basically means consoles and bad PCs, has a different advantage. So here's an example of a wall climb here. If we come to this corner, charge up, I hold up right, there we go. We're up top, and we do that again right here, and that's how we get around, we schmoove. But low frame rates have an advantage. They can do what's called an HVE. I'll try to do it here. Hint video exploit. So you can press pause and pull up hint videos of where the signs are meant to be. And it has very weird properties. So if you do it like the same frame that a cutscene starts in most cases, then you can have the cutscene run inside of that little photo frame we just saw, at which point you can then pull out of the menu and immediately just keep playing. So, like, all the events will still be happening in-game, but you have full control again. Now, there are a few ways to actually do a hint video exploit. Come on. Damn it. Okay, that either works first time or it doesn't work at all. But, notably, it is harder to do the ones that require, like, running Taz into something. Oh, that gets me every time. Because on PC, with high frame rates, you literally need to be frame perfect. It's actually not too hard to do once you know how to do it, and I've done it on high frame rate, so it's possible, but it is definitely a little harder. You can be Taz wanted if you want to. You can Taz your once behind. Right here, we're going to use the edge to spin off. So if you fall too far, Taz will do a splat animation and get up, which can be slow. So there I opt to get on the outer edge behind the little fence and spin down. Because if you're spinning while falling, you do not splat. And we're just going to keep moving through here. So yeah, that's where console versus PC of this game, they actually have a fair number of differences in how they play. So right here, we saw one of these earlier. Those gramophones, if you are walking near them, will force you to go into a tiptoe. That might not be good. No, I got it, okay. So we're going to skip this entire slide to come down here, break that for a sign, and then we are going to use the burp can, and there's a sign on top of that washing machine right there. So the interesting thing about the burp can power-up is that when you use it, you do a big explosion in a radius, but the explosion follows you. So we get that one because we broke the little thing there. Nope, 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 nope. That's a catcher. They are in every level. If they catch you, they put you in a little cage. You have to go through an animation, and naturally being teleported away is not ideal. Can you tell us about Lost Guys? Lost Guys are pretty cool from what I know. I'm sorry, I'm not as much of an expert on Spy Kids as UX lore. You can feel free to go on that tangent. So right now, I'm coming off invisibility, and so that little box right there is a glove in a box. It's meant to just keep you away from wherever you're trying to be, and I can use the time while that animation's showing, or I could if I did it correctly, to be knocked into the water closer to the shore, which then puts me right next to the end goal right here. So, there you go. Yeah, this is the basic flow of every level is we move our way to each sign, and the signs are not necessarily the signs themselves, they can be like the sign placed onto objects in the world. Did you say Spy Kids? I regret it now. But once you do that, then usually wherever the end is opens up. Which there's a funny example of that here. But yeah, this game has a lot of really, really cool tech. You'll notice my estimate is an hour. Again, I want to stress I am far from the best person at this game, and that's partly due to just bad, like, movement on my part. I'd say it's a good chunk due to bad movement on my part. But there are also just a lot of really, really damn cool tricks. I think there's been a running theme this marathon of, this is basically an adventure-era game. I would say Taz is also kind of an adventure-era game. It's all about speed, conservation, climbing up stuff, clipping out, and abusing game mechanics. And yeah, hint video exploits are a really good, god damn it, really good explanation of that. So right here, that little grate is electrified. You notice when I went through one of the other igloos, I got launched up. So the idea is you're supposed to turn the electrification off and go through the igloo to get launched up into that thing, but the hitbox on it's active regardless, so you can just jump on the pole and bump into it. In this case, we just used a little bit of momentum to skip around. He's a fucking god! I did that in practice, too! Okay, so that catcher right there is extremely hard to dodge. That man is the fucking employee of the month. He will catch you. So the fact I managed to dodge him not only in practice, but right there, I feel like a god gamer. In fact, if I were a god gamer, I'd be doing a different strat. So this is the intended way up to the sign I'm going to, but however, from that door, there's a little bit of this mountain I'm up on now that you can just climb. If you know what you're doing, but I don't. I don't remember how to climb it. So right there, you notice like it took 3 hits to knock it down. So in that case, for hint video exploit, it'd be like on the last hit, same frame, you would pull up the hints, and then the cutscene would play during it. Ski lift sign? I don't know what the question is. But right here, so we're standing at the exit right now. It's not active, however... Oh, I forgot the very first sign. Right, my bad. God damn it. Milk, I am in the middle of a marathon run. I'm not reading that. I'm sorry, please send on Discord. Right, I completely forgot about the very first sign. I am a dummy. Call it marathon nerves. Right, there's one right here, so... This is an example of a cutscene I'd really love to skip. Because we're gonna be here a moment. I think, though, this is technically 2 cutscenes. So there's some of these where, like, you can use a hint video exploit to skip multiple in a row. But you have to, like, activate the video the second, like, the frame it starts. Okay, so you can see right there where I was, that's where it ends. So when I burped at the end there, I could have just been right on top of the exit and left, but I completely bungled it. God damn it. Alright, well, we can roll back around, it's fine. This is why I gave myself an hour. There we go. Drop back down. One other thing. Alright, there's the splat, for instance, because I didn't spin off. Which also, if you are spinning mid-air, you can actually jump out of it, which is super nice. And you have, like, full air control in this game. You have perfect air control, nearly. One thing there that's showing off, though, you'll notice I'm hopping across the ice. If you spin on the ice, you spin out of control and go sliding a year away and get stuck in a really long animation. Which is balls. Did I go the wrong way? I did. Okay, so we're up on our first minigame boss. And so, you know how we just did 3 levels, and that was about 10 minutes? 11 minutes or so? Yeah, welcome to Elephant Pong. I hope you weren't on a good pace. Do you see, like, how far away Gossamer there is from the elephant and it's still working? Ideally, you can do this in 2 scares. You can do this in 2 volleys. Wow, okay, this is going really bad. I'm just gonna let him score. So Elephant Pong is, imagine playing Pong, but each player's paddle is like half the size of the goal. So my usual method here is I try to scare the elephant into a corner and pray Gossamer pisses off to the other side. As soon as the elephant starts to like ping pong back and forth, you're kind of just fucked. Because Gossamer is actually pretty good at reading where the ball is going to go, and it's basically just up to him to fail. Okay. Like, I'm surprised that wasn't within his range. So this is admittedly the worst part of this game right here. Thankfully early-ish on, but still, like, yeah, you see there? Not much I can do about that. It turns out Pong is not necessarily balanced for esports, and now he sent the elephant on a weird line. I don't want to throw anymore if I don't have to. And like right there, if I was a little more to the left, that would have made it in, but like, hey, which way is he gonna go now? Can you tell? I can't really. Okay, no, there we go, fine. Yeah. This is basically RNG time loss unless you take the time to become, like, a PhD in Elephant Pong. Not the greatest. Not a fan favorite. Cyclone, can we get the Elephant Pong copy pasta, please and thanks? Hold on. Really? Okay, I'm telling him to score, whatever. Ideally, you can do this in like 30 seconds, maybe even a minute. But sometimes it is this way. And it can really blow to lose a run to it, but there is some amount of skill at play here. That, like, you see, that was just a bad paddle on my part, and I recognized it. This might be too hard to the left. No, okay, no, Gossamer was just in the way. And, like, also, because the elephant is so big, I can't see where Gossamer is all the time. But there we go. Holy shit. Alright, be back quickly, Tethys. I'll miss you. I love you. Alright, and we are on to the second hub. And in this level, I actually get to show off something that was discovered, like, a week or two ago. So, hint video exploits, in essence, can store a cutscene that is playing in the menu and allow you to keep playing. However, they have more uses than just that. While the hint videos are playing, parts of the level are also still playing. Also, in case I didn't explain it, that little spin pad I just put down puts the punch boxes to sleep, which there's one right up there on top of the toilet, which naturally, being that we are Mario, we have to go down the toilet. If you ever wondered what it's like being a turd sliding down the toilet, it's exactly like this, sandwiches and all. And, yeah, that we get there. So, when you have a hint video up, there are a few things that technically keep moving. And it turns out, under certain circumstances, Taz can be one of them. So the previous route here would be, there's a power-up behind that wall we would have taken. But, what if instead... Ooh, got it! No! Oh! I fucked it. Okay. Okay, I think I know what I can do to recover that. But I still kind of showed it off. So, if you are currently wall riding a moving object in the game, like a wall, you can have Taz get carried with said... What the... Huh? Why'd that not bounce me? Okay, whatever. Weird. But yeah, we call that a MOV, a moving object hint video exploit. Okay, I'm gonna try to go for a weird backup here. This is a little precise. It's really just holding forward, but it turns out when you're using Q and E to spin your camera... Ah, okay, got it. It's a little harder than it looks. But this is the room I was trying to clip into. There we go. Oh, come on. So, we come in here, we spin the coin, we drop it. Which opens the doors I just climbed over. Those robots there are a nuisance. because they can just stun lock you, basically, if you're not careful. They have a button on the back that turns them off, but they sucked. Thankfully, as soon as you hit the second button, you teleport. Fun fact, though, this might be exclusive to lower frame rates, but you can spit through some thin enough walls, which Taz can eat breakable objects and spit them back out, which we'll see in use later. And those walls, you can spit through. It's blind, if you hit it or not, and the robot can be in the way. But it can work. Now it's time for everybody's favorite part. The floor polisher. This works on tank controls. And if you're going like, wow, that looks really slidey. Yes. It sure is. But we have to ride that over here, and I'm doing a kind of poor job of it. Onto the sign on the floor. Thankfully, you can hop up, hop back down, and it resets you to a sort of north-facing position. So if your momentum's bad, like it kind of was there, I can just pop off. And this is one of the fun things about the game, though, is they keep the signs fairly fresh. Even though we end up breaking into a lot of them in unique ways, a lot of the signs are unique in their design and how they function and how they get to them. It's not always just like, break the targets, you know? Oh, come on. There we go, okay. Hop off that. I'm gonna give a brief try for something that's probably not gonna work here. So, this is something for a while that was thought to be console exclusive, and I figured out you can do it on PC, but it is frame rate dependent, and my game just runs at a higher frame rate now for some reason. Okay, no, I'm not gonna try any longer than that. You can essentially clip through the wall there, but you need a low enough frame rate, so on console, you can just do that, like, without pause buffering at all. But on PC, we can pause buffer to create, frame drops. So yeah, this is like what the gramophones do to Taz right here. It's just a funny because you're going through an elevator. So I'm gonna grab an invisibility potion here and make it down the hallway. Fast, not get stuck on that? Come on, because there's a box right there waiting to punch you. Welcome back. And then break the last sign. At which point, please, thank you. We can go ahead and exit out. Here's the advantage of PC. Because we got better load times, and because the exit to the level is right at the start, basically. You'll see. We can just exit out, come back in. So we need to get to the top of that dinosaur. There is a correct way up, and it's climbing the hot dog. There's also an intended way up, but we don't care about that. Come on. I'm not the greatest at this, but it's my preferred way of doing it. So I can kind of... Ideally, you could spin off the hot dog. No. But I'm not very good at that. I just need to, like, land at the tip of the tail. There we go. Right at the dinosaur, and we're fine. Whew! This game's, very exhilarating, if nothing else. Next up, we have... That was the Samsonian Museum. Now we have... Mall of Samerica, I think? No, Loomingdale's. Right. I was trying to think of a Sam joke and it didn't work out. No, well. So, down here we get a good example of the punch boxes are not always perfect. Because of the placement here, we can just do that. In fact, it lets me go past. They help me get past them. That's a shame. So, those have a live current running through them right now, and you might think, oh, I just took the battery out, now there should be no current. Normally, yes, but if you ever get hit by them while they're live, they will just remain live, even after you take the plug out. Very cool. Oh, I forgot to do something at the start. I can do that later. So we're gonna take that battery out, we're just gonna... Right, I guess I should warn. There are a few sounds that are super loud. I don't always remember all of them. That is one of them. At the end of this level is another that is very loud, and here's your warning. I completely forgot one of the newer strats, which I can do when we finish up. Okay, I'm gonna take this guy to be safe, please. I'm gonna wait here. Wait here to be safe as well. Wait for this to wear off so I can just grab another invisibility. Good. We hop onto that, and Naturally, that leads to Taz being thrown around, as you expect. So you get that nice little statue of Wile E. Coyote there, and there is a proper way of getting up here, but... That's a shame. So yeah, like I said, Taz does not die. Taz does not have health outside of a couple of boss fights. You just get reset and slowed down and inconvenienced. Naturally, the greatest enemy of the speedrunner is not danger necessarily. You know, threat to self as much as it is inconvenience. I will take death before I take inconvenience. Okay, so this is a little tight here, but thankfully I made it. It is very easy to just be late getting away from that last box and get punched down, which is very funny. All the water from the fountain makes the statue slippery. Yeah, clearly. Must be. Including, it also makes the rafters slippery for some reason. Alright, so, here... Oh, actually, this puts me right back at the start. Cool. So we're gonna do another moving object hint video exploit here. I'm not very good at this one.
Don't move.
Never mind, I am a damn god. Okay, cool. So, one of the sad things about this moving video hint exploit is... the way you're supposed to get to this is with a shopping cart. And the shopping cart is funny to ride because you mash the spin button and you go really damn fast. And if you're really cool, you can just smuggle it out. You can literally smuggle it out of the level. But I was never good at that, so you know what? I'll take that strat instead. Here's an example of using the eat and spit feature. Never something that's strictly required until like the end of the game. But we can go into first person, aim carefully, and there you go. You see the cutscene changed in the photo frame there. That would normally just play in-game and lock me in place. And I can do that again, much easier, like that. Oh, do I need to hit the battery again? Oh, you're kidding. Shame. Not now, Exalore. I appreciate it, but I'll keep that in mind. Piss. Wow, I didn't know that was a feature. Okay, we'll learn something every day. But yeah, hitting each one of those sent a dart here, which we bounced up. Is it actually, like, still closed? Really? No, it's not. What? I think Cyclone lied to me. Oh. That's it, isn't it? What'd I miss? No, what? I was lied to. I can't believe you tried to screw me on a marathon run. Are you playing eating Are you eating playing cards? Yeah. Oh, I thought you said you were playing eating cards. Like, no, it's not the marathon game. Yeah, he eats anything. He'll put anything in his mouth and spit it back out as long as it's a destructible object, which, like I said, loud sound at the end. Fun fact, that's one of the features of the game is there's there's a few things you track for hundo. Sandwiches, which are throughout the level, but also breaking objects. If you just like the idea of flying around as Taz and breaking stuff, this is a game for you. Now, my thing I'll admit, for one, we're going to spit through a wall there because that's a thin wall. I've never actually played this game casual. Outside of, like, I think I got up to these set of levels and then said, nah, fuck it, because this game can be frustrating. Where am I? I've not fallen there before. Okay, I can just run back around here. My bad. We're going to want to essentially ride these razor-thin lines here. Hop across that and you'll see the sign right here being guarded by a box, but let's just hit it from the back because we're cool like that. Then right here, we're supposed to go over a whole obstacle course to get to that, but again, we can just climb. Why not? And right here we'll get our first instance of a hiccup can, which just looks like a Red Bull for some reason. So when Taz decides to hiccup is a little random. You need to be grounded, and not in any animation other than like a spin. I don't think it works while you're slipping. I don't think it works while you're in like one of the gag animations. Okay, no, it does work while you're slipping. Good to know. Camera? Hold on, first person? Thank you. Okay. Well, we learn something new every day. So that platform we're spinning on there is actually bouncy, but we can just use it to spin across that sign. I really did not want to grab this hiccup can because it makes doing this right here very annoying. We're going to clip into the... We're not going to clip into the top. Okay, cool. That is the worst thing that can happen here. Great. Can I get a hiccup, please? No? And that's why I really hate that damn hiccup can. So you can just clip into the top of that slide and make it to the next part, but now because of what'll happen, I have to just repeat some steps. Whoopsies. That can is like dead on top of this sign too, which makes it really hard to avoid. Oh, come on. Thank you. This is also one of the levels, like, I know the least. Jesus. Oh, wait, no, where am I going? Right, I already got the sign. Head across. The can will respawn, so I just need to be careful not to grab it. There we go, okay. That's not fantastic. Is there a safety teleporter? I don't know. I've fallen there so many times, and you've never told me about a safety teleporter. Okay, I honestly don't know why I didn't clip in that time. That was just dumb. I see no reason I shouldn't have clipped in there. That's great. Okay, well, one more try. Like I said, thankfully I gave myself an hour, so we should be good. My PB is around like 50 minutes. Like I said, I am not the best at this game, and anyone who knows me knows I actually don't even... Well, I don't stream my speedruns all that often. I'm more of a variety kind of guy, but, it's the porta potty? I refuse to believe you've told me that. But okay. Okay, there we go. You can kind of clip in a little higher up, I think. I've had that happen before, but whatever. There we go. Yeah, it might have been years ago. Fair. So here's another fun fact. You'll notice Taz is just like a flat PNG in there. That entire elevator sequence can be HVE'd. And one of the interesting things about that, doing that to avoid the 5 guards up there, is if you HVE that elevator, it will take you to a different location, which I believe is actually a faster, more optimal strat, but again, frame perfect inputs on 300 FPS. Okay, I don't know why I thought that was the sign for a moment. That was just me being goofy. We're gonna call that, marathon nerves. Marathon luck. There we go. Hit that 3 times. And so another thing I've not noted is every time, like, the Taz Wanted sign comes up, it's supposed to do, like, a dramatic slow-mo, so cool, because this game was designed with, like, early 2000s 12-year-olds in mind who were like, oh, yo, bro, that's sick. No, jump. So they designed it to be like, whoa, radical, but if you just press jump 3 times, it's fine. Ignore my heart attack there. Okay. Luckily, we are once again rather close to the exit, and it's faster just to do this than it is to reset out of the level. We're going to come up here, spin, and it is right. Oh, no! Oh my god, where am I going? Where am I going? There we go. Easy game. So that's definitely one thing. If you're ever looking at this game, considered playing it and learning, it's frustrating. The game doesn't punish you by setting you back and going, play it again. It punishes you by instead punching you around, making you watch yourself go flying, and then telling you to do it again from a different location. We're now going into a bit of an auto-scroller boss fight. This is just bumper balls with Daffy, but we have to try to have as many signs as possible lit up. This is a very annoying thing to mess up because on high FPS, those magnets that just threw me are broken. In fact, most of this is fairly broken and just works at like hyper velocity. But that being said, this would be a really good time for donation or readouts if you would like to test this. Oh, did Tethys ever come back? Uh-oh. Whoop. Well,
Hello, sorry.
Hello.
Sorry, I'm,
no, you're good.
sorry, just a mouthful of food. I'm staying.
No, you're fine, you're fine. Where am I going? Oh, Jesus. But yeah, if you have any readouts, now's a decent time for Daffy. Daffy's not gonna fuck me, is he? Oh, no, please.
Yeah, we don't currently have any new donations to read out, but once again, currently sat at $890. Literally only need 10 more dollars to hit that 900 mark, which would be absolutely incredible. Just one more time to plug the charity we're supporting here. Extra Life, program of Children's Miracle Network Hospitals. Extra Life community fundraises year-round to change kids' health to change the future. Donations go to member children's hospitals and fund critical life-saving treatments and healthcare services, along with innovative research, vital pediatric medical equipment, and child life services. So any and all donations are appreciated and go towards making a huge difference in someone's life. So anything that you can, anything that you're able to, would be absolutely incredible. So keep those donations coming in, gamers. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, gamers. Going towards a good cause, like... Oh, no! No, he's got me trapped! No! What? No, no, no! I'm actually gonna lose. I'm actually gonna lose. Okay, so it turns out I might be the one in need of medical help for terminal skill issue! Oh my god! Right, so if Elephant Pong was bad, this is not nearly as bad, but... we now have to do that entire countdown again, because... Today, Daffy decided to be aggressive. Sometimes Daffy can get stuck. You don't have to do anything. In fact, there are ways you can manipulate him into being stuck, and help him get stuck, but most of those rely on him doing something in particular in the first place, and you have to watch him and focus on it to begin with. Wow. Okay. Well, that was great. For instance, can I trap him up here? Maybe. I don't know if you can do that on the red line. So once Daffy gets 5, I think... Wait, was he stuck? Why is he not moving? Hold on. Can I stop moving? I literally can't stop. Is he stuck in the bumper? No. Okay. Once he gets 5 and like it changes based on the difficulty, how many he needs. He can get really aggressive and just decide to run you down, which, oh my god, I can't do anything. These magnets today are deciding to really ruin me. Ideally, you just do this in one go and it's no big deal, but it's being a bit of a deal today. Half the time, Daffy just gives up and dies, which is the nice thing to happen. But yeah, those big, like, tentacles coming out are meant to be magnets. They just look weird on PC, I think. Oh, come on. And it is really hard to change direction. You can see, like, which way Taz is facing is the way I'm trying to push. Oh, okay, he decided to tackle me. So right now, I think I'm just going to try to stay on Daffy's ass. If we can just alternate between these two, that'd be cool. Never mind. Okay, goodbye. Okay, well, I'm just going to go on a world tour here. That's cool. Okay, I can't stop. I have never had Gladiatoons go this bad. Are you kidding me? Are you... let me stop! I can't stop! I am literally pushing against every direction here trying to stop. You know what? We'll go this way. So this is the one that, is really easy to trap Daffy in, but... I guess I missed him going in here. I'm actually gonna lose again. I'm actually going to lose again. Can I get one more? No! I did not expect it to go this bad. I apologize. This is... I have never had it go this bad. Like I said, it is common that Daffy just gets stuck. There's not really... What is the win condition? Sorry, I don't know if I ever said. You see the lights on the ground? We're lighting them up. If they're green, Taz owns them, or if they're red, Daffy owns them. The most, whoever has the most at the end of countdown wins, correct. Alright, I'm gonna see if that screws him at all. It did not. Why did it throw me up? What was that? Why did it stop and throw me upwards? I have never seen that. Yeah, it's basically a race to have the most by, or race. It's whoever has most by the end wins. And it's impossible to control. It is just outright impossible to control. And Daffy is actually just being hyper aggressive today. I don't know why. This is just Gladiatoons? Yeah, that's what it's called. It's called Gladiatoons. How'd you know? Smile. Oh my god. Literally the name of the minigame is Gladiatoons, yeah. So you'll see now that he's being aggressive, he's going to follow my ass, and every single time I take something, he's just going to take it back. And now he... Oh, don't tell me he's going to trap me in here. Oh, are you kidding me? Okay, sure, bump me up. Sure, bump me up. Go for it. Go for it. Wow. Any humor points? Humor, yes. Real, no. We're inside of each other. What the actual hell? Can I get around you? Oh my god, it looks like I'm around him, but then he's suddenly on the other side of me. Are we stuck?
Don't move.
I'm resetting. I'm just resetting that. If I have to mercy kill because of Gladiatoons, I am going to scream. I have never had it go this bad. Yeah, not painful in the slightest. Legitimately, 9 times out of 10, this is a non-issue. It's a auto-scroller because you take 3 and then Daffy pisses off into a corner where you never see him again. And I don't know why today he's decided to be hyper-aggressive.
Okay, devil.
CPU level super high, yeah, I guess.
Oh, you screwy devil.
And he also, again, on PC, due to shenanigans, oh wait, he went in the green. Where's the exit of the green? Oh, it's from there, right? I'm just gonna follow him. I'm just gonna stay on his butt. If he's gonna do that to me, I'm just gonna stay on his butt. Welcome to my casual playthrough of Taz Wanted.
Now, you screwy devil.
You're next. Oh, oh?
Now,
What just happened there? What the hell?
okay, devil.
This is 144. Man, I think I'm running at like 3. Well, it's not hertz, it's FPS, but yeah.
Okay, devil. Now I gotcha.
Oh my god, and now, yeah, now the magnets are throwing me around. I can't stop. Okay, the one time the bumper would have been nice. Decided to mess me up. No! Oh, wait, I already have the one up there. I don't even need that one. Okay, so you notice now Daffy's just going to bullet. Are you kidding me? He actually he fucking comboed me! What was that shit? What was that shit? He fucking comboed me! I am baffled. I really want to stress, I don't think it's ever been this bad before. I'm gonna go blue line and see if he doesn't as well, and I can't just trap him in there. With 20 seconds left, though, probably not. I am devastated. I am actually just embarrassed outright. No, never mind. He's trapping me instead. Are you joking? Are you joking?!
Don't move.
I really need to stress. I've never had it this bad. I've never had Daffy just go hyper-aggressive, but we need to do this in order to progress. I'm going to scream. Daffy is on the goddamn ball. Get on the ball. Are you on the ball? Get on the ball. Like I said, okay, this time, again, I'm just going to try following him, but not get thrown around. I'm just going to keep an eye on him. Never mind. Okay. The magnet is working with Daffy. Good to know. I'm just going to watch him. I'm going to watch him, and if he starts to go for anything... You see, this is more like what usually happens. It's like, okay, here. I'll follow him.
Okay, devil. Now I gotcha.
There we go. Oh, hi. Hi. You want to stay here? You want to hang out? No? Okay. Oh, no, he decided to run back and ram me. Hold on. Hi. Hey. Now, you see, this is the Daffy behavior I'm used to. This is the Daffy behavior I am actually used to. Okay, I'm gonna take a sip. Any new donations, perchance?
Yeah, no donations coming through, unfortunately. So I'm just gonna sit here and take a sip with you as well.
All right.
We're having a good time here.
We're having a fantastic time. This is what is meant to happen. This is how all things were meant to be. Let us have just a brief... Thank you, Daffy. Thank you. Yeah, Daffy really just doesn't know what he's doing. I don't know. Clearly a skill issue on his part. Imagine losing to him. It shan't be me. Alright, so I have like 15 minutes to finish the run. This should be funny. This is a...
Daffy versus Refrag in Bobble League. Who would win?
Daffy every time. Every time, no question. No question, look at him go. That's pure skill right there. Not very good skill, but it's skill. So yeah, again, usually I'm on the ground and he's just gone, and I assume this is what tends to happen.
Okay, you win, you win.
Genuinely embarrassed. Okay. Genuinely being bullied right now. Alright, next up we're gonna head to Taz Haunted, because they couldn't think of a spooky pun to do with Looney Tunes, so they thought of a spooky pun to do with their own game. I don't know how you failed that one, but fair. This one's got some cool movement, though. This is probably one of my favorite levels. So we're gonna break into here. There's a little terrace up top. We can just yeet. And both of these guys actually act as catchers. If they manage to swing down on you, you are actually caught. We're gonna spin that, which raises some platforms up ahead. Get past that catcher and bounce up top to the gong. Head back and do a bit of a funny. So, despite giving you such speed and movement, I guess the devs just never thought you would, like, try to climb a wall? Or they never wall climbed? Really? Why am I drifting? Come on. Because, yeah, there's just a big boundary break right here. I'm just gonna take the splat here because it's really consistent. Having a stroke? That's just it. That's the will of Daffy. The will of Daffy at some point says, you know what, today I'm really not feeling it. Can you hit the button? I'm choking so hard, I'm not gonna lie to you. There we go. Alright, so this is a bit of a neat one. If you're really good, hi Taz, bye Taz, you can actually ride that chair up with the rocket. It's a bit tricky to do, and I'm not familiar with the strat, so I'm not going to bother. We're just going to take the porta potty, which is naturally a teleport, as all porta potties are known to be. Head over here, and once again, spin down to avoid splatting. Hit that, hop onto the roof, and right here, it's just a good idea to take that out early. If you're fast, you can absolutely run over to the sign, break it, not get stuck on nothing. What was that? And then make it back in time. But oh well. And right here, we got like these carts going on. So there is a kart riding minigame, which we will see a bit of later. And oh, fuck me if Gladiatoons went that bad. Looking forward to this one. Or that one, rather. But because we can just clip into the arena, and because you're meant to just be on a cart there, you can just hit it. You can just touch it even. And then we void out. And void out will put you in your last spawn location, in which case mine is right here at the start. This is a bit of a tricky wall climb. So like I said earlier, you have to be not drifting, because if there is any amount of an incline, Taz will start drifting. Like that. And when you do that, you're not actually building up speed, which is annoying. Because we want to get up this wall, which I got this first try on practice earlier. I'm annoyed I'm not getting this now. Really? Do I need to be more right? Oh, come on. There we go. I may just need more speed. It can take time to build up speed from that, and I still have PTSD from Sonic Adventure DC, where I kept overbuilding speed. Okay, didn't fall there. That is the classic blunder. And there we go, Taz Haunted. A pretty short, pretty neat level. Has a nice distribution of wall climbs and stuff going on. So as a reminder for anyone coming in, one of the like primary, probably most flashy trick of the game that I'm not doing because I can't really, is hint video exploits. Namely, spin hint video exploits. No, we're just going down here to void out. Which required a frame-perfect input, which is hard to do at 300 FPS. But there are other versions of it I can and will still do. So this one's interesting as far as hint video exploits go, because you'll notice there's a cutscene every time I'm hitting the thing, and then on the third hit, we actually get the sign break. And Cyclone, feel free to correct me, but If you hint video exploit the first one, you can then just hit it twice more. However, each video, each cutscene will still play when the time, like when the previous one finishes. So you could still be running around the level, but you would have to frame perfect without any visual cue, pull up the hint video and like skip it. It's a task strat. Like, it legitimately is a task strat, but it's there. I don't know why I'm going this way. I told myself I wasn't doing this. That's a trick I don't want to bother with. There we go. We're gonna pop that, head past Big Man. You think Big Man being so big would mean he's threatening, but he's like the least threatening NPC in the game. Least threatening type. The hidden sign back here, which normally you have to... There's an unbreakable gramophone. Yeah, there. Which normally you have to tiptoe around the whole thing. But that's very slow, so, fuck it. We just dropped down from above, because I guess they never saw that coming. Blind HVEs, yeah. It's like, for instance, I could try to go for this one here. But not even... Well, no, that doesn't even do a cutscene. What am I thinking? Oh. Okay, that weirdly worked out. So, we just ate a chili. Chili lets us breathe fire for a little bit. You'll see, it's actually multi-use, as long as your ears are still smoking. But some things, like the dynamite, will clear power-ups. And this, for example, is an exit. You are not meant to get in from that side, but why not just use the cactus to pop yourself up? This is one of my favorites. So there's a punch box up top there, if the camera would play with me. But what if we just use that to our advantage, and... Okay, it's a little too far to the side there. Okay. My spacing on this one. I don't have, like, a consistent lineup with this, to be fair. Okay, I need, like, a little more this way. Oh, wait, no, I made it in? What? Okay. Well, this is how you get the sign on this little water tower, is you're supposed to climb into it, but, it would take longer to, like, take the sign out, so, funny. You'll see those Acme, telephone booths around. Those are not important for the run. What they do is they give Taz a costume, which disguises him from the guards, and then he gets a one-time use, attack. What the shit? You can climb up that way? Okay, good to know. Come on. And it will get rid of your disguise, but it can permanently take out a guard. Do the cactus jump up the post? No. However, one thing PC player will do, you'll see the box over there, that's the way to the exit. What you're not seeing is there's also a catcher there. And there's a spin pad I just hit that I could go, you know, turn off, sneak past the catcher. However, that is both time sensitive and really goddamn annoying to do. So luckily, someone found this. Alright, and off I go. Now, the one thing of note that I found out is, the box can still hit you up there. So you gotta be a little careful, but it is way nicer. It is way nicer than the alternative. Alright, coming up on the last level of this hub, we got a boss, which... I'm gonna give the fast strat, like, 2 or 3 tries. I'm usually pretty consistent at it, but just because Gladiatoons took so long, I'm not going to be way too headstrong about it. Oh, come on. This is everyone's least favorite level. It's my least favorite level, so it's everybody's. Okay, whatever, that's fine. Strip... Cartoon strip mine. Because of bastards like that! Right. Okay, thankfully this puts me back here, so I can just try this again. We're trying to get up on top of the building that is shining that light down, and there we go. That's how that's meant to be done. You can climb up from below using some boxes, but that catcher is there, which... that's the problem. Cool. So once we're there, we want to head over to this building and climb up it as well. This level is the one where we do the funny minecart. And when I say funny, I mean suffering. Yeah. It's one of those things that is incredibly damn impressive to look at if you're good at it, but Holy moly, being good at it is not in my forte. Hello. Alright, so one thing of note there. If they start doing that animation, you are good for a moment. But if you start spinning, they just break out the animation. So we're gonna... Not that. We're trying to pop on top of this wall here to get over to the lower section you can kind of see down there. Hey, there we go. Don't fall. Drop down here, and there we go. We just skipped the entire platforming section. Okay, Cool, yeah, no, keep comboing me, thanks. I really hate that little bastard. It's like the only time he shows up, too. At least in the speedrun. We're gonna eat something, though, because I'm gonna go for a little method on a HVE I like here. Get as close to the edge as possible. This has a whole cutscene associated with it. But if I instead just line it up. I can't close it right now, so. That's a thing to note, too. If you just spam the hint video there, you can soft lock yourself. Different signs work differently when it regards that, but it is very important to not soft lock yourself. And this is also a level that's interesting for low FPS / console versus high FPS, in that it has slightly different routing. You can do a clip into that area I was just at if you have low FPS, which I used to be able to do. So welcome to the minecart. It has very weird rules, and I'm going to try to play it safe for now, just because we are running very behind. But you get these thrusters, and as long as you are... Well, you can only jump if you're flat, but as long as you are jumping, you will preserve your momentum. Furthermore, if you jump around... I keep wanting to say corners. If you jump when there is a split in the path, you will gain a shit ton of speed. So I know I'm going slow right now, but that's mostly just because I'm trying to play safe. Whereas now we can start going a little fast. And I can just spam the jump button and keep going. So those rock piles, you have to turn like that past them. Oh, come on, what am I doing? Alright, there we go. So like that's the kind of speed you can get. So these little bits right there, you don't fall down them as long as you are either jumping or gaining speed. If you're going slower over them, you will fall into them, so they're pretty easy to get past. You don't get the cool skips, yeah, I guess. Sometimes being an elite gamer means Daffy decides to just completely fuck you over and make you waste like 5 extra minutes. Very cool. So that's an example right there, too, of a cutscene that could be HVE. There is a trigger for it on the floor. If you HVE, the second you step into that trigger, you can just skip the whole thing. And here's a fun little bit of speed that's really hard to control. See how long I can hold it. Yo, oh, gaming. Oh, it is really easy to lose control there. Hell yeah. Alright, that's nice. That's a fun one. And it really sucks when you have to, like, slow down and stop, because you don't want to go flying over the edge, but you do just go way faster if you keep it. Alright, so guard right here. Thank you, draw distance. I'm gonna bait him. Just say hello, bump into him, walk past. And there are 3 different things to hit here. We're going to... Camera? Oh. What? Camera, please? Thank you. That hit? I don't know if that hit. We're going to tilt this thing... Ah, it didn't hit. Okay. That's sad. I've usually not had the camera fight me that much there, which is strange, because you can just spit at that one, hit the first one, then tilt it back the other way, and pop up to here. Oh, really? Okay, well, I'm being a little overzealous with jumping early, because if I don't, I fall down, and it's really annoying to get out of the pit below. Okay, I made it on. Oh yeah, so that's a... Right there, you can move during that cutscene. There's some cutscenes you can just move during. I don't know, random. So right here, we actually want to get caught. Which sets us back to the start of this course. And right here, I want to stop and hit the second one here. There's going to be an annoying alarm. Thankfully, not hyper loud like some sounds tend to be in this game. But then we get a cool example of another spit HVE. or projectile. I keep saying, I call them spit HVEs. I think technically others call them projectile HVEs, but same thing. So right here, as soon as we break this gate in the way, that happens consistently, by the way. I don't know why I've not learned my lesson. The sign starts to break, so open those 3 a little slowly. I have actually soft-locked doing that before. Oh, excuse me. You'll notice there, too, we actually bounced on the water. That can happen if you are fast enough. And yeah, right there, the slowdown normally would have happened during the cutscene, but because we just skipped it, oh well. And I like this routing. I used to do a slightly different route for that, but I like the routing there because it saves that little water sign for last, because otherwise you have to break out from that area, and it is annoying. It is not fun to do. Instead, I can just exit the level, re-enter, because now we got the final exit, rather. Right here. Cool. Ah, I don't like my time left, but we'll see. I'll go ahead and ask you, Tathis, how much grace time do I have for my estimate?
Well, I think we'll try and squeeze in what we got. I can definitely give you at least 5 more minutes. Currently conversing with a few runners ahead just to see if we can get you some spare time squeezed in, but we'll try and push through. See what we can do.
Gotcha, I appreciate it. So, this is Dodge City. It is a Bomberman clone. It is a Bomberman clone where you can break out of the map if you are good. I sometimes have trouble with this. People have different ways of breaking out here, but I'm gonna reset that real fast. Just because it's a bit easier to do for the first or second time. But once we break out, that normally is a pretty slow boss fight. It is, you know what, even if we have to mercy kill the run, I'll be happy to have showed this off. I'm just pissed off that, I might have to mercy kill and mostly do things beyond my control. Really? Ugh. Hold on. I am not very great at this. Daffy actually trying to get us killed. There we go. So we're now out of bounds. And the neat thing about the dynamite is it only hurts you if you are within the squares it is meant to be on. So the goal of this is to pop those 4 yellow highlighted boxes around Sam. And instead of going through the course, what if instead... Stop drifting. What if in... Okay, lesson learned. That can hit you there. Good to know. What if instead we just did this? He didn't throw it on top of me yet, did he? No. Alright. And now to the next box. Smile. No! It knocked me down! Okay, we're just gonna keep going then. That's... Will it actually be faster? I don't know if it'll be faster. Unironically, no, it'll be faster for me to get this right again. Like, that's not even me being headstrong at that time. Ideally, we pop from box to box to box. I'm usually pretty good at it, but it is also excessively hard to do. I thought I crashed for a second. That would have been a hell of a mercy kill. There we go. Yeah, see, that's pretty consistent way to break out right there. Try to break a little more into the corner there. I'm so mad. I'm so mad. I promised you I practiced this too, and I did just fine earlier. And this wouldn't even be that bad of a time loss here, unironically, if it weren't for Daffy, which I really want to stress was just beyond my control. And but I've never, not once, have ever seen it go that bad. So, apologies to the runners ahead of me if I'm making y'all late. Here I can... Okay, we're up. Go. Land. There we go. Okay, we're actually getting somewhere. This might actually work. So we have to do that 2 more times, at least. Good! Okay, wait. We almost got this. We almost got this. So yeah, this can be a stupidly fast fight. Otherwise... You see, okay, falling there doesn't even matter, because that's the last box we're next to. Normally you can land on top of it, which looks swaggy as hell, but... There we go. Alright. Done. And that's how fast you should be doing it. Otherwise, imagine how slow and how long it takes him to throw each dynamite. He gets faster each box. But imagine having to wait for like 5 or 6 dynamite at least between every single box or every single phase. Thank you, Dynamite, that always catches me. So this is Tazland, the under construction theme park that Yosemite Sam is making. And thankfully, this is the one level we have to get no signs in. Not a single one. Because for some reason, the developers didn't think they needed to turn off the end of level trigger here, which, you know what, I'm grateful for. So we're gonna just schmoove our way. I'm gonna play this a little safely. Try to actually... No way you're in range of that. No, not a shot you're in range of that. That's a minor setback. As if we have time for those. You know what, fuck it, we ball. Son of a... You see, generally when I play a game in a marathon, I want to make it look good. I feel like I'm, struggling on that front. Okay, there we go. He's gonna wiggle out. Now the part that's actually supposed to be the little hard, not just getting past the catcher. Ignore Huga Chaka there. He's an annoying lad, but he's fine otherwise. Really? How'd you not climb up that? Try that again. What? How am I not... One of the mysterious things about Taz is it seems to just kind of change how it plays every time you open the game. That's going to be my cope. That's going to be my cope. So we're going to try to climb Lisa Simpson here. To get up on top. It's a little tight. And if you're good, you can do it all in one motion from below. I've done that like once. Oh, okay. You'll see, you might have heard we landed there for a second, but then it just zipped me down because it finds that extremely funny to do. What? That should have been high enough. Yeah, in case I fall past the kill plane, that'll reset me to a better spot. That's actually true. Speaking of, which kill plane is different than a void out plane, so that's the final door right there. That's where we exit the last main level into the final 2 short, thankfully, boss fights. You need to get all the signs to open it, but thankfully we can just move around. Thankfully, we can just say, nah. Fuck it. Oh, he's a god gamer! Actually, the hardest part. Okay, cool. Sick. I am shocked I did that so easily. Alright, so this is Disco Volcano. He's always gonna stay opposite of us on this ring, and he's going to move towards those little dynamite boxes. We have to get this and burn him. However, here's another fun fact about high FPS. Fire travels less far on high FPS. So, in order to actually hit him, which is otherwise not possible, we have to pause spam to create lag. Do that 6 times, that's done, and then the final boss, which should hopefully only take like a minute or 2. I actually practiced that and it went really well, so. Especially if I remember my buttons. There we go. No, I did practice Tweety, shockingly. That's usually the one thing I never practice. Yeah, I think we are guaranteed to finish here. We'll be like... What? Move, bastard. Okay, there we go. We'll be like 6-7 minutes late. There we go. Oh yeah, spoiler, by the way, the final boss is Tweety. Shocker of the century, I know. Keep moving. Thank you. Alright, right, I forgot to chase in that last step. So if you're good, you can actually, like, be grabbing the pepper by the time he's hopping on, but... Look who's playing. Alright, we're gonna wait on him. Stand here so he actually gets on. There we go. And this is otherwise a very simple, just repetitive boss fight. Cool, there we go. Final boss, which comes in 3 short stages. The final boss, would you believe it, is actually not Tweety, is a giant blueberry. Awful, terrifying, I know. This is a bug to do with PC. He's supposed to have a force field. Also, I apologize, this part's like particularly loud for some reason. But it's just broken on PC, so it looks like big old blueberry. So first phase, he picks up a box. Whenever he does, the force field drops, and we can shoot back at him. I actually had a glitch during practice where he nearly soft-locked himself into a corner. Doing something like that, I might mention. Tweety, where are you? This is the same thing that happened during my practice. What? Again, where's he going? Oh, so wait, pausing does fix it. Oh, okay, cool, good to know. I have literally never had that happen before today. That's so funny. Where are you going? What? Why is he having a freak out? Are you dead yet? Am I not hitting him? What? I'm actually having to pause to hit him. That's so weird. They practice their soft blocking, clearly. Okay, last 2 steps here are faster at least. Please, I beg of you. So he's gonna run forward. This part I definitely practiced. He's gonna open these. I'm gonna actually try to hit them instead. Okay, good. Shooting too late? Yeah, it's hard to tell when the visual is literally broken. Alright. And if you're good, you can actually do multiple hits per cycle here, like that. There we go. I told you I practiced. Otherwise, that's really hard to do if you don't have, like, a particular spot for it. Oh, I didn't aim correctly. Alright, whatever. I tried. Oh, okay, fall through the box. Yeah, no, fall through the box? What? What was that? This game finds new ways to be amazing every time I play it, I swear to God. Hold on, I think I was in the wrong spot there, like here. Okay, there. Freaking finally. I'm really good at this video game. Would you believe? One of my best PBs, my first sub-hour was in a marathon? Haha. By the way, something to note, you'll notice the safety helmet. That's how you know that you have health here. The number on the back represents how many hits you can take. You have to flee for his little life, and we are very close to done. There'll be 4 buttons, you have to hit them in the right order. The order is random every time, but as soon as the 4th button is lit up green, that is time. So, fun fact, I can throw that right away and immediately hit one of the 2 buttons? I don't know, last time it was the closer one, but sure. Okay, so you notice that one's blinking right away. It is the last one to hit. Okay, well, I just suck. We might have actually got a good order here if Tweety didn't literally jump in the way! Okay, no, never mind. Tweety, can you move? Wow. Okay, hopefully that right one stays lit. And time is... maybe? Oh my god, you're kidding me. It just went out. Oh, you're fucking joking me, dude. I've never had Tweety stand in the way of me before. Okay, time will be... give me the box. Oh my god, you're kidding me. Now the first one's coming undone! I'm going to cry. I'm going to cry live on stream. Loudly. Just go. Commit. Okay. And please dodge. Fine, whatever. If Tweety didn't dodge me this, or block me, this would already be over. Are you actually fucking kidding me? And is Tweety blocking the way again? Spit! You bastard! Okay, I don't know why I grabbed this one. It's fine. Hold on. Don't you block it. No! He's literally body blocking the final button! He's literally body blocking it! Yeah, that's what Mercy Kill usually means. Okay, as long as he doesn't body block it here. And time. No! Fun fact, that turned out to not be time. If you want to kill it here, by all means, it's just the 4 buttons scene again. It should be the same order, but I actually got... Oh, never mind. They changed the order. Cool.
Yeah, I think I'm sorry to say, game, that is gonna have to be that.
I mean, that literally was the last moment of gameplay, and I got killed right then, so whatever.
Well,
Oh my god, dude. I've never had it go that bad. I've never had it go that bad before, I promise you. So, I apologize. I made this game look not as good as it actually is, but I promise you this game is really cool. It's clearly frustrating as fuck, but similar to, really similar to the Sonic Adventure era games, eh? Frustrating as hell, but a really good speedrun. It's got a lot of development and a lot of resources for anyone willing to play it. We have, I guess what you guys would essentially call a coupon for the PC version. And, you know, PC is probably going to be a little faster, but all ways of play, or rather, PC and console are both viable means of playing. Super cool. Shouts to Cyclone, Milk, anybody from my side of stuff who showed up. Shoutouts to Techs and Tech Team and rehosters and host, which in this case are both Tethys. Thank you, Tethys. Mwah.
pleasure.
And shoutouts to Sacer. Thank you for any donations that have gone thus far to Extra Life. It is a good cause. Be sure to donate. Be sure to check out what's happening. What do we got next, Tethys?
We've got Yakuza 4 with Voitas, so we're gonna have to get moving on pretty quickly.
Let's get to
Thank
it.
you nevertheless, even if it was a little bit of a